Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So where does actually all our good foods going? Well, you might think that we in United Kingdom don't produce any good foods. And to be fair, by looking at the quality of the foods we see in our shops currently, I won't really blame you. But the good news is that we do produce some decent food in United Kingdom, but the bad news is that me and you as a consumer don't actually get to see this. Believe this or not, there seems to be like a secret movements or hierarchy of food behind the closed doors. And once I'm going to go through that list, you will understand why the quality of the foods that we currently have is absolutely horrendous. The first one, it is rather shocking one, but apparently the best foods leave the country first. We're talking about the best batches, premium grades, everything that is on the top class, it leaves the country. And it gets exported to places like Europe, Asia, and the Middle East because they pay more. This is applicable to dairy, meat, fruit, grains, and oils. And I remember we were talking to Mark about the milk. Apparently, one of the best organic milks actually leaves the country. It goes to America because they pay far more than what we're paying here. This is why we don't get to see the best. And this makes you understand, and it is really, really horrific, that we are pretty much a second-class citizens in our own food system, which is absolutely horrendous. So next part, we're talking about the restaurants and the big contracts that take the top tier. So the very top one has already gone abroad. Now we're talking about the second skimming part, if you wish. So we're talking about the hotels, restaurants, and airlines. And we're not talking about run-of-the-mills like premium. I mean, we're talking about really expensive hotels, private airlines, and the best restaurants. And they're talking about the better cuts, the better batches, the original recipes, and a higher grade produce. So what we get again is something really subpar. And the next one is rather interesting, because we kind of talked about the downgrade in the quality or the new recipes, and apparently such a thing is called the premium line trick. So companies quietly downgrade the standard version of whatever that might be, let's call it mayonnaise, and then create a premium version that is basically the old recipe. So the old quality is now premium and the new quality is now standard, if that makes sense. And that's the horrendous part, because they keep doing that, or they will be keep doing that, or they can, or they are doing this. It's a constant thing, be it on a regular basis, be it a year or X amount of months, I don't know. But basically, say if you're talking about mayonnaise, right? So my mayonnaise now, the one I talked about the other day, had an improved recipe and it tastes absolutely horrendous. So that improved recipe is now current, and the old recipe was before it was improved is now going to become a premium. So if you can imagine, after time and time, after each year on year, they're going to be doing this and changing. So that also means that your premium ingredients or premium products that are expensive over the time are also diminishing in qualities. And that's apparently applicable to things like butter, cheese, chocolates, ready meals, sauces, and biscuits. So you can imagine over the time, even the people that do buy the premium ranges will probably find the things don't taste the same, is because literally whatever's premium was then, it was just now being replaced with a downgraded product. And next one is, again, is the ingredient swap. We already covered that vaguely, but basically when certain ingredients are going up in price, be it, say, for example, cocoa, which is now more doubled, rather than companies basically fulfilling your recipes, right, they want to maintain their profits, or in fact, maybe even make more profits. So they'll replace your ingredients, things like palm oil instead of butter, artificial sweetness instead of sugar, natural flavors instead of real extracts, maltodextrin as a fillers, cheaper vegetable oils, modified starches, and synthetic emulsifiers. And the more expensive products that they had to pay for more will be diverted to more premium products. And from the business sense, I kind of understand a little bit, but because I know in the fact how much money those companies make, I think it's absolutely horrendous. So next one is a shelf priority system. So depending on what product it is, but if there is a tight supply chain, okay, if there's not enough certain product, there's a specific skimming levels of things. So basically, the biggest buyer will get that product first. You got the highest margin contract gets it second. Long-term deals go third, and exports orders going fourth. And then if anything is left, then it's going to get put on the shelves there. So it could be applicable to many things. But for example, if there's a sudden shortages of, say, beef altogether, those people get fulfilled first. If anything left, obviously it's going to be put on the shelves. If it's not, then we're losing out. And this is going to be applicable to every single thing. Right, this one is rather shocking. And I got to say, I'm quite cross about this, right? We're talking about the ultra-processed foods are getting the best ingredients. Okay, I understand they're the higher margins, but it is horrendous. So we're talking about, say for example, so the best of the ground beef will go into the luxury ready meals, and this is the kind you probably pay like £10 for what it says 2 portions, but in fact one. It seems like such a waste, but they will make more money that way because the meat content be, say, 20%. You can see where I'm coming with this one, because it's a premium cut or premium beef and a premium ready meal. I understand that, but it does make me angry because we're talking about the good fruits, okay, going to expensive yogurts and high-end desserts. And this is happening while you are buying a rubbish fruit, okay, that's been frozen in a transit, God knows what, that you buy fresh, you bring it home, and it gets rotten the next day. But I'm glad that the very expensive yogurt gets the best quality fruit. Okay. Anyway, so the best milk goes to the premium ice creams and the coffee chains. Again, proves to you guys that we are a second-class citizens. We're not fed the best of foods by far. We're literally fed what's left in the system. And that hopefully, guys, opens your eyes to understand, yes, we can produce the decent fruits there. It just means you just don't get to see this because we just don't deserve it. So there we are. Anyway, guys, well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Your comments are welcome, of course, down below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.